My name is Nicola. I am simply a stitcher. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, it's great to have you, and if you're returning, thank you for coming and spending some more time with me. It truly is appreciated. And I have noticed that I recently have had a jump in subscribers. We are now over 1,600 subscribers to the channel. So if you are new to the channel, then an extra special welcome, and thank you very much indeed for pressing that subscribe button. So this is my weekly floss tube update, and I don't have an awful lot to show this week. I only have 4 projects of mine, and just saw 4,400 stitches across those projects, so it's not a lot. I'm sorry I look like death. I've been out today, me and Andy and the girls have been out to the coast, and I was sort of fighting actually going to sleep in the car. I did sort of have a nod and a bit of a snooze, but I was fighting sleep because I've been quite tired just lately. I'm not sleeping too well at the moment, but that's another story. Anyway, onto the stitching. So as I said, I've got 4 projects to show you. So we're going to crack straight in. The first one being this one. This is Maui Princess. Artwork is by Hannah Lynn. Charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. Oh, what you done?
Oh, nothing. I'm just putting a temporary tie on.
Oh, okay. When you come down with something wrapped around your arm, you think there's something wrong. Right, so Maui Princess, it's been out its week in rotation this week, so it's had 1,000 stitches and no more. It's gone from 77.44 to 77.90%, and we worked some way along in here again. Stitched 1/1 full cross on some 25 count even weave this piece, so you know, fast approaching the 80% mark. According to Stitch Pal, if I carry on at the rate I'm going, it's going to be December this year before this one's finished. I'd like it to be sooner than that, but it is what it is. I can only stitch in the time that I have. But anyway, so that's Maui Princess. Andy, before I carry on, just around there's my little black book. Can you pass it me, please? Because I will need that.
Yeah, somewhere.
Yeah, it's on there somewhere. Okay, there it is. So next one I stitched on is this one. Thank you. This is my Night Cafe. Artwork by Leonid Afremov, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. I'm stitching. Oh, good. Can you pass me that, please? I'm stitching this 2/1 tent stitch on some. Thank you. On some 25 count even weave, and I'm using my snake method in a 10 by 10 block. I have got a video out that shows that. It's had 1,000 stitches. It was out in a stitch with me this week, 1.18% to 1.28%, and it now looks like that. Lots of part threads, lots and lots of part threads. So pleased with how this one's coming along, but I do want to see some progress on it. And what I've said is that next year, instead of picking for the extra stitches that I do, instead of picking the project that's nearest to the finish, I'm going to pick one that's furthest from a finish, which at this stage is that one, because at the moment I'm not going to finish it until I'm 85 years old, so I should be leaving it in my will to somebody. Okay. Come on, back you go. Right, so next piece that I've worked on is this one. This is my Realm of Middle Earth map. This is the Tilton Crafts version. This was out on 2 videos this week. It was out on a stitch with me and with a parking video. So if you haven't seen the parking video, which demonstrates how I take on parking, then yeah, go and pop and have a look. So I have a question as well about parking, which I will also show with this. Right. So this one, 31.45 to 31.58% and 1,000 stitches. So you can see we have the word blue which is here, and I'm presuming it's going to say mountains. And as you can see, we've got some part threads. Yeah, 1,000 stitches, stitched 1/1 full cross on 25 count even weave. Now, I was asked what happens when I get to the bottom of a column. When I get to the bottom of the column, I will end the thread. I did mention this in the video. I'll end the thread and I will restart in the next, at the top of the next column, or wherever it comes up in the next column, and aim to park it. If there isn't anywhere to do that, then it goes back on my thread card. But when I get to here, I'm back up to the top and keep on going down on these columns. But that's just how I do it. I mean, you might wish to leave them parked there and, you know, move down the piece. You know, my method is just how I do it. People would, you know, you would adapt it to how you would do it. So that's the realm. Okay, and the last one I have to show this week is this one. Come on, turn. Thank you. This is Envy. That was good, weren't it? Artwork is by Marta Dahlig, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. I don't know why I've got that. It's gone now. Charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. One of the 7 deadly sins, number 2 for me, after I've completed avarice. And if you joined me over the weekend for my live, I was working on this one during my live stream. So Envy has moved from 29.62 to 30.21% and has had 1,400 stitches. So as ever, I'm going to show you where I've worked, and then I can show you the full thing because it's not in a frame. If you've been on my Instagram, you will have already seen this. But as you can see here, we have a head of a serpent. So the green serpent that's wrapping its way around her, we can now see it. So just moving a little closer. Stitch 1/1 on some 25 count Lugana full cross. And just for completeness, can we get it all in? Just there we go. So Envy is looking terrific. Channel favourite. You know, I've got a few favourites. I don't think there's any piece that anybody actually says, I don't want to see you work on this. But there you go. So that is that. So that is all of my stitching. 4,400 stitches this week. So a little less than I'm used to. But I've completed one of the 2 model stitches that I had. So that's a further 5,786 stitches to my model stitching total. I've still got the other one to finish off, and when I finish that one off, it'll be just over 2,000 stitches onto next week's, and then of course I've got to wait for another model to come. Crochet update, Hannah's blanket. I did work on it today in the car, but I haven't done an awful lot on it, so I'm going to leave showing that this week, and when I've got some real progress on it, i.e. when I'm starting to shape it a little bit, then I'll show that one on here. Weight loss this week, so just on to other things aside from cross stitch. Weight loss, another £1 this week that I lost. I was a little bit disappointed with that because I really wanted to get my 5.5 stone award. I'm £1 away from that. But then, you know, in the grand scheme of things, I've lost over 5 stone. I can't be disappointed at that. But I did get quite annoyed on Thursday, and I had a chippy supper. And then yesterday, Easter Sunday yesterday, I was eating some jammy dodgers, but we'll not talk about that. Anyway, moving swiftly on. What have I got coming up this week? So, we have 2 Stitch With Me's coming out. One will be on Wednesday, and that will be with She Sleeps. Stitching Shelf, and it's I want to say it's an ASMR one. She Sleeps, was it ASMR, Andy? I think it was, wasn't it? Yeah, ASMR. Then Stitching Shelf comes out for her regular rotation, and then Lord of the Rings Stained Glass comes out on my next Stitch With Me on Friday, which will be alternative. And then on Sunday for my live stream, Sailing Fairy comes out as well. So we will have Sailing Fairy out. Try and get some additional progress on her. I quite like the fact that on this Sunday, the way my rotation works is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I have one project for each of those pairs of days, and I work 1,000 stitches over those 2 days. Generally speaking, I could do it all on the one day, but sometimes I can't, and it does stretch over 2. So once I've done the 1,000 stitches, if I've got a model stitch, I work on that. If I haven't, I'm working on Maui Princess. If one of those days falls where I'm in the office, then I take Maui Princess with me. And then on Sunday, I have one project that I work on all day. So Envy this week was picked up Sunday morning, a bit late on Sunday morning actually, because I did a bit of my model first. And then I worked on it all day and got to the end of the day, 1,400 stitches. So Sundays, it's like a catch-up day, because I can generally speaking get between 200 and 400 additional stitches on that piece that's picked. So I'm hoping that Sailing Fairy next Sunday will be towards sort of 1,500 stitches. Having said that, this week, Friday, after I finish work, Andy and I are off away overnight, just me and him. So my stitch with me may be delayed, and it may not get released until Saturday morning, or even Saturday, at any point during Saturday. So my Friday stitch with me this week may be slightly delayed. If it is, please forgive me, but I have a really good excuse, you know. So and I will be back sort of Saturday afternoon, evening time. So I can't see there being any issue with the Sunday routine. And as ever, I will be doing my live stream as normal, so 7:30 p.m. UK time. And bearing in mind that now the clocks went forward, so the times are now have to readjust. So if you're watching from overseas, just double check the time of when, you know, of when it's 7:30 p.m. British summertime here, to ensure that you don't miss or arrive early. Last week I did have a couple of people who missed the start of the stream, because they came in comments and said, like, I'm really sorry I missed you. So just double check those times. I can't stress that enough. What else have I got happening? So we're now into April. So the first quarter of 2024, not counting my model stitches, but from the beginning, from the 1st of January to the 31st of April, I've stitched 77,056 stitches. So I'm proper pleased with that. It's a good number to have done. I think that's it. Don't think there's anything else really. Just my usual reminders. So thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing, for liking, commenting and all that good stuff. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please do so before you leave. It is free. There's no cost for you to subscribe. My channel is solely My channel is solely supported by your viewership. So there are 3 videos that are coming up on your screen in a moment. If you've not seen them, please do go and take a few minutes to have a look. As I said, I did put out an additional video this week of how I do parking, as well as my floss tube and 2 stitch with me, and of course my live stream. So Tuesday is the floss tube day, Wednesdays and Fridays stitch with me days, and Sunday is live stream day. So if you can join me for any one or all of those, it'd be much appreciated. But all that's left to say is thank you all very much indeed for watching. It's so much appreciated. Take care, happy stitching. I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye for now.